Hey there, today we'll be doing this question that appeared in Leetcode Biweekly Contest 992579. Count total number of colored cells. And the given question statement is there exists an infinitely large two-dimensional grid of uncolored unit cells. You are given a positive integer n indicated that you must do the following routine for n minutes. At every minute, color any arbitrary unit cell blue. Every minute thereafter, color blue every uncolored cell that touches a blue cell. And this is the example right here. So at first we have n is equals to 1. This is our cell, and at n is equals to 2, all the four cells which is being surrounded is also being formed, something like this, as star shaped. After that, at n is equals to 3, what will happen? These things or these cells at every side will get covered. This is what is happening right here. Fine. So what do we need to do? We just need to tell what are the number of cells that it is going to be at some given n. So for this question, I'd say this is a pretty observation based or a mathematical based question. Observation plus mathematics is a little required here. You just have to observe something here. So this is going to a easy one. So at n is equals to 1, first of all, just write it. Now I would say in these types of question we just have to observe something. Okay, at n is equals to 2, how many cells are there? You just have to see that and write it down. It is 5. At 10 is equals to 3, what do we have? We have 13 cells. Okay, so you just have to write it down somewhere, and you just have to observe what are we trying to get out of it, because these types of questions does not require something like a data structure or something like that, a huge implementation of data structure like priority key or something like that, or sorting. You just have to apply something. An array would be easily done for it, and some mathematics. So what do we need to observe here? At n is equals to 1, it is 1. At 2, it's 5. And at 3, it's 13. Now we see that it is going or increasing in a fashion of 4. At first it increases in a part of 4 into 1, that is 4. That is, it becomes 5. After that, 4 into 2 is 8. And if we see, 5 plus 8 is 13. After that, what is going to happen? 4 into 3 is 12, and 13 plus 12 is nothing but 25. And if you see, this pattern continues. Okay, so this pattern continues. All you have to do is just make sure that you try to build up this pattern, and whatever n is required, you just print it out. And this is the whole code. Okay, there's not much to this problem. You just have to do this. So at n is equals to 2, what is going to happen? At n is equals to 2, you just have to make sure that whatever the I minus 1th value is, that means 2 minus 1 is what? 1. And what do we need to make sure? We just need to build an array. That means there could be many cases, right? That means n is equals to 10 to the power 5. Are you going to try to compute it every time? No, we can just build it once, and we can just say that okay, at every time when I get this n, I will just return this part. So what we can do is we can just build an array of all the values pre-computed. That is what I am basically trying to tell you. Is pre-computed, that is, at n is equals to 1, we already know the answer as 1. At n is equals to 2, what is my answer? At n is equals to 2, we just have to apply this formula, that is 4 into n minus 1, whatever n's value is, n minus 1. Right now n is where? Right now n is at 2, right? So n minus 1 plus whatever the value of the previous guy was, whatever the value of the previous guy was. So let's just say we are storing it in an array previous, and whatever the guy's previous value was at n minus 1, that is 1, right? So 4 into n minus 1. Right now what is the value of n? It is 2. So 4 into 2 minus 1 is 1. And what is the value of previous of n minus 1? So previous of 1 is what? This guy right here, which is 1. 4 into 1 plus 1, that is 5, right? So we got the value of this guy as 5. Now this thing continues, and we just try to build it. And every time we have something to return, that is, we are given a value of n, we just return that value. Okay, so this is the whole code pretty much. Let's just get to the code part and we'll do it. So I declared a temp array. global array. After that, what did I do? I just created a function. I said that we'll just create the whole array and pre-compute the values. This is the formula. Here I just took a value as I, okay, not n. As simple as that. So I minus 1, 4 into I minus 1, and whatever the value of the previous guy was, we just added it like I showed it to you in the example. Okay, and this is what I've written at first. If my array has not been computed, that means I have never calculated all the values. So I will first calculate it. And if I've already calculated it, do I need to calculate it again? Obviously not. So that is why I just made a if check. And at every instant, we just return the value of temp of n. Okay. So this is the whole code pretty much, which is an easy one. So I hope you understood this question statement, whole thing, and the explanation as well. And if you do want the code, I'll link it in the description as well if you want it, obviously, because this is a pretty small code. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.